Hillary Rodham was born in Chicago in 1947 and raised in Park Ridge, Illinois, by mother Dorothy and strict, demanding father Hugh. Although she would one day become a liberal Democrat, back in 1964, teenage Hillary pounded the pavement trying to get the vote out for conservative presidential nominee Barry Goldwater.
When she went to Wellesley, she was a Goldwater girl, and it was basically the Vietnam War that turned her around. And by the time she spoke at the senior graduation, she was an anti-war person, very loudly so, and very articulate.
While focused on her studies at Yale Law School, she clearly had some free time as she began a relationship with future husband Bill Clinton. Several years after graduating, she moved to Bill's native Arkansas. In 1975, she married Bill Clinton as he pursued a career in politics. He became governor, and for the next 12 years, Hillary would work as a lawyer and sit on boards both corporate and nonprofit. In 1980, she gave birth to their daughter Chelsea and became one of America's most powerful lawyers as a partner in the Rose Law Firm. In 1992, Bill was elected president, and Hillary became the First Lady.
She was just as talented and educated as Bill Clinton was, and he really viewed her as a partner. This was someone that when he was campaigning, he said, you know, you're getting two for the price of one, and he got her involved immediately in the healthcare task force, and that was something that made a lot of people uncomfortable because they weren't used to seeing a strong First Lady role.
Her task force to reform healthcare failed, and the Clintons' dealing in the Whitewater scandal made headlines. When Kenneth Starr revealed an affair between Bill and Monica Lewinsky, the lurid details of the affair became known to the world.
The Monica Lewinsky scandal was obviously very, very personally troubling for Hillary Clinton. She had to deal with probably the biggest humiliation of her entire life in front of the eyes of the world.
At the same time that the Congress was voting on whether to convict her husband, she was meeting, I believe, in the residence of the White House with Harold Ickes, her longtime advisor, discussing her prospects in the U.S. Senate race. And I think she saw this as a way to build a path for herself that was separate from her husband.
She won the New York Senate seat and quickly became one of the most prominent senators in the country. In 2007, she announced her candidacy for the presidency. At the time, many political pundits believed she was the inevitable choice to be the next president. Unfortunately for Hillary, another historic candidate had different plans.
One of the ironies, of course, both had dreamed of the day that they would see a black president of the United States in their lifetimes, and what they never bargained for is that that he would run against them on their watch.
During the Democratic primaries, Hillary's inevitability became much less likely as Barack Obama rattled off an impressive stretch of primary wins. Hillary kept her word to her millions of supporters by running till the very end of the primary process, despite calls for her to quit the race for the sake of party unity. On June 7th, her historic presidential candidacy, which saw her become the first woman ever to win a presidential primary, came to an end, and she threw her support behind Barack Obama.
She said, if you support me, you need to support him. And right up until the end, there were people who said, no, you know, I believe in you, Hillary Clinton, but I am not transferring that to Barack Obama. But she kept going back.
If Hillary Clinton has proved anything to the world, it's that she's about as tough as they come, and she won't be easily deterred.